Welcome to Homeschool with me. A lot of you guys ask, like, how do you homeschool if you don't have, like, a schoolroom or, like, a dedicated room or a huge space to store everything? I do have a room and not where I can put all my homeschool stuff, and I realize that's not what everyone goes through. And I have definitely had time periods during our homeschool journey that I did not have a room or anything. I mean, it was mostly just I took it out and put it on the kitchen table kind of thing. Anyway, so I get that, like, you don't always have, like, this huge amount of space. So here are my tips for homeschooling when you don't have a lot of space. I definitely highly recommend IKEA bookshelves. If you have a space for an IKEA bookshelf, that is going to change your life. I will definitely link them below so you guys know which one I use. They also have one that's, like, taller. I've never done the tall one, but I would expect that if you had a wall where you could store stuff like that, that's a little bit more cubbies, it would be amazing. So, as you can see, we don't homeschool this way, so I kind of set up the way I used to do it when I did homeschool with just my bookshelf, okay? So I would put all of my books in some of the cubbies, and then I would have a bucket, there's one over here, for each kid. And so right now I have 3. They have toys in them, most of them, but I did put together a bucket that I would have put together for Malia, and I would store my manipulatives in the cubbies. Now, if you have kids that are, like, get into everything and you don't want them in the manipulatives, flip the bookcase this way and put the manipulatives on top. I did that when Malia was in preschool because she got into everything, and Hiram the same way. So if I was doing this right now, it would definitely be the other way because Kimball would be getting in everything. This is how I store everything. Let's get you guys a good shot. So that's like how I store it all. So everyone's curriculum books, binders, and stuff for the week would be in a bucket, and the manipulatives would be here. Then I'd have the top for things like a globe, and if I had wall space that I could dedicate and it wasn't like in a weird, like, hi, my front living room, which at one point it was in my front living room, so I didn't do this, but if you do want to, you can do, like, posters and stuff right here, and then school's right there. This is definitely an option if you do, like, dining room homeschooling, which I know a lot of people do. If you put a bookshelf just right next to your dining room table, if you have the space, you can store all of your homeschool stuff right there, so it's right at the ready for you when you need it. So everything fits in these nice little buckets. They sell them at IKEA. They have them at Walmart. I got these ones at Walmart, and they're so cute. I love them. So all of our curriculum fits in one bucket per kid. Never had a hard time fitting it into one bucket. It all slides right away, and it's hidden, so it's not like, so if you didn't want to have, like, the manipulatives out and you just wanted to have 3 buckets, like if it was, like, in a family room where other people come to see you, or it's, like, out in the open and you don't want it to be like, look at all your curriculum, you can put them in these buckets and no one even knows it's curriculum, and it just looks like a nice organized bookshelf. You can definitely put the manipulatives also in buckets if you want to do all buckets. These are just the buckets I have. So, or you can store your manipulatives in, like, a linen closet away from the school stuff. I like to have everything right there. So if you don't want anything to be seen, you could store it all in buckets, and then no one even knows your school's out there. But my recommendation would be these IKEA bookshelves and these little basket buckets. It's great. It's definitely a good way to organize your school stuff if you don't have a lot of space. Like this video if you want more tips on how to organize your homeschool stuff or how to homeschool in small spaces or with limited supplies. Comment below if you have any organizing tips for people who are looking to homeschool in small spaces. And make sure and subscribe so you guys don't miss all the cool stuff that's coming up this week.